There's a gap in the dragon's teeth. The Merlbach slips through unchallenged. Barriers built to hold steel and fire yield to the quiet persistence of water. In the cold, the stream murmurs, its voice softer than the echoes of war. It journeys from distant fields, winding toward the forest, where it meets the concrete, pauses, lingers, then flows around and through. The water does not fight, it does not resist, it is not an enemy, and so it is accepted, whispering its song of patience and time. The Merlbach flows unbothered by time. It has seen all, and yet it tells nothing. It runs as it did in January 1945, when its banks were stained with mud and blood, when its ripples carried the cries of the wounded, the last breaths of the fallen. Today, it sings only to the trees, to the stones, to those who care to listen. The dragon's teeth rise from the earth, their sharp defiance dulled by time. Once they stood as a brutal wall, a concrete barrier reinforced with iron, clamped shut to hold an advancing tide. Now they are softened, crowned with moss, cloaked in green. Nature reclaims them piece by piece as roots twist between the concrete, as ivy drapes over the edges meant to wound and divide. Here, where war screamed, only the wind speaks now. It moves through the trees like a ghostly echo, through the brittle grass, over the bones of the past. It carries no orders, no gunfire, no desperate prayers, only the sound of time itself sweeping away, yet never truly erasing. Above, the trees stretch their gnarled fingers toward the sky, as if grasping for something long lost. Once the air here was thick with smoke, with fire, with the voices of men caught between life and death. Now silence reigns, a silence so deep it hums beneath the whispering wind, beneath the frost-laden branches that reach like skeletal fingers toward the grey sky. Beyond the trees, the fields stretch into a haze of mist, where frozen grasses stand brittle, their tips dusted in frost. Dim figures seem to move within the fog, ghosts of another time slipping away into the white abyss. They disappeared then, too. In the fog and the snow, their youth was taken by the winter's grasp, frozen in time. They would never grow old. But the defenses did, weathered by wind and rain, softened by the slow, patient hands of nature. The battlefield fades, but the memory lingers, drifting like mist through the hollow silence. Through the beech forests, its leaves carpet the frozen ground, rustling softly, a muted echo of the past. Among the trees lies the shattered ruin of a bunker, its roof flipped upside down, massive chunks of concrete flung outward by the sheer force of an explosion from within. No man will ever take shelter here again. It stands as a testament to destruction, to the violence that once consumed this land, now cradled by creeping moss and fallen leaves. For those who walk this ground, the past lingers. Step too close and you may hear it. The thunder of artillery, the gasps of men fighting for breath, for life, for an inch of frozen soil. Stand still long enough and you may feel it, the weight of history pressing against the quiet, the war that refuses to be forgotten. And yet, life endures. Frost clings to the edges of forgotten steel and brittle branches creak in the wind. The earth is patient, tending to its wounds, allowing time to weave over the scars of war. What man built to break, nature slowly binds again. The dragon's teeth will stand for years to come, but they will never be as they were. The forest will grow, the Merlbach will run, and the echoes of 20 January 1945 will remain, whispering to those who dare to listen.